Hello, everyone. So, I want to talk to you briefly about a few things. I want to talk about the AI, since this is a big movement and is moving forward for positive things, making the difference, making an impact where we didn't have a chance, where we had a blind eye. We're making tools and we're changing the course of time. Of course, we got culture, we got families, we got neighbors, we have countries, we have the world to rely on. If you are part of this humanitarian ways of treating each other and just keeping that energy 100. So this is not a playground tool where there's too many things they're just way off. There's too many things that are gonna be really helpful at this point, where you have to put your mind to it. I see people playing with this AI. See people just wanna say the same thing that the next person says. I'm Look, since you know that I'm a pioneer in this, and I can see it all, even through the REM, even without the REM, because the REM guides me through everything. But before that, I can see where all this technology been, where has it been going, and where is that now? So let me put this in perspective. Like right now, I'm blocking a lot of the stuff because there's a lot of different sites. There's even on my phone, like they keep opening these AI features that I don't approve of and I don't use and I don't like. I mean, even a child, if I don't know if your child is affected by it, but even a child, I'm looking at how it interacts, this AI. And no, my child flips through AI things like it doesn't relate, it doesn't connect, it doesn't want to see any of the videos that are generated from the AI. It's not a coincidence. And I haven't even spoken like on it, but I'm watching and monitoring, making sure that he don't get affected by it. This is why I programmed to develop a new AI system that is going to prevent these unwanted moments and experiences. I mean, you have to pay attention, because this AI, these companies, all of these companies that you're on, all these social medias, all these places you go to buy, to experience, and to be on every day, they've been had AI. And of course, there's the AI been in also with governments, and there's always someone that has this and been working with this for years and years and years before they put it out in the public. But let me tell you, the people that started putting it out in the public, like all these companies, when it comes to social media, entertainment, news, they've used all this technology for years and years and years. But this is what it is. They never use it to enhance and to better the consumer for a human base. And I told you that human base is what my AI is developed on. And even though you have all these AIs, it's been used for human consumption. But guess what? These AIs, they had funds to have these AIs from the beginning of I'm talking about years back. And what they used it for is not to keep more of a nature of your own nature to be interacting with an AI. What do you think they used it for? They used it to see what you like, so they could send you more things, so you could watch more things, so you could be more on it. They get more revenue the longer you on it. They send things that you watch and that you buy, or you watch or you like, so you could buy more. But that's not really human like. I'll tell you why. I'm here blocking things just because I like something. Automatically, I'm getting like every day like 10, 20 things that are related to that one like. I started going back and just taking all these things out of my phone and all these sites. And I always click when they want to, like, if that thing, when they say, if they could share with anybody else, I say no. I never say yes. So I'm surprised. And they also have that face. When they look at your face, if you like something, then they send you something. I'm like, I never approve of this, man. I know that they doing it because I'm into the programming now, so I know what's out there. So you mean to tell me these companies had AI, and these are all your social networks, these are all where you're gonna buy, these are all where you watch, when you entertain. They had the funds. They had the funds to have it, and they had a lot of AI technology operating in there. But they never took a time, because I actually made and developed something that is for all humans all around. And I have way more advancements to it. I just haven't put it out there. I just gave you the basics, right? But they didn't even have the basics to come together so you could have a human experience and to advance humans. So you could connect and you could vibe. You could you use the energy, your vibrations, your frequencies, so they could be well. So you could connect. They don't have you to connect. They have you way far from that. So they used it just to see what you like, so they could send you more things, so you could spend more time on the phone. So that's not human like. That's AI like. That's what AI likes. I'll tell you why. Look, for example, I'm looking at one of the posters of MOL. So me and my dude go way back, right? It could be about a picture about a kitten and a cat, and a baby kitten and a cat trying to bond together, and there's a little friction at the beginning, and then they come along, and then they start to bond. Like, I start pressing likes on stuff, right? So they look at my face and they recognize, and then I'm looking at things, and I could send maybe a post that says remember AOL, like, laughing at it. Only he and I know, because we go way back. So I get like 10 million posters of a cat, and that's all AI, because I liked it, or I had a smile, and it picks up on my smile, so I like it now. Even if I press like, so I like it now, right? So it feels like that's what AI likes. That's what AI is like. I'll tell you why. Because me putting remember and laughing at the end, we go way back, right? So The AI is not picking up on what that is, but it's sending me 10 million things about a cat. And I like all animals and all, but I prefer to have a dog. But I'm getting 10 million like posts about cats. Not only that, if I'm spiritual, now people are sending suggestions and recommendations about ancient spiritual people using cats and all this stuff that I'm relating to that because I'm just putting remember. So people are trying to link all this my spirit. I told you don't contemplate on my energy. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't connecting with me, you try to use AI to connect. I don't use AI to connect. My AI, I'm putting the REM from what is live, what is real, what is facts. I use facts. I use REM. REM's full of facts. REM is full of patterns. It's full of logic. It's never off. So, and this is what I'm trying to say. And not only that, now, it could just be that me and my dude that we go way back, we probably were at the park and we seen two cats and we farted on two cats and we laughing, but you sending me 10 million pictures about cats now. That's what I'm saying. That's what AI is like. That's what AI likes. And this is the information, this is what these companies have been using since day one. And they sell your information to people. So they makes millions off of this information that is way off. It's not connecting. Not only that, me and dude go way back. We used to use the terms when we didn't know somebody, and when somebody was close, we call them by their names or our nicknames or whatever, or we used to use terms like, yo, that's my dog, you know? But somebody that we didn't know, we used to call them out as, yo, this cat, or nah, these two cats. So meanwhile, we probably in the park blazing, and we just playing around. We fart on two cats. And I'm texting remember, LOL, laughing. And now I'm a cat lover. Now AI is picking up on the smile. I'm not pressing likes, but even if I press now I got 10 million recommendations and people seeing that I press now they sending me their cat pictures. And you see what I'm saying? Do you see how the connection is never there? So people use AI to guide them. You got to be realistic with yourself. This is not no game. This is why a person like me, I have a strong background too. I come since 19 years old, still in the teens. Customer service manager from a wholesale store, biggest in the whole world. So you gotta understand that my connection with people is authentic, and it has highly skilled. And no, I didn't get that from technology. No, I didn't get that from a university or college or any schooling. But it's there. And then you see I got REM. I didn't get that from any of those. I didn't get that from going to psychology, and I didn't get that from being in CIA. I didn't get that from FBI. I didn't get that from the Army. So you got to understand, and it's correct, and it's right. So when I'm guiding you, and I'm telling you, how this AI is going, then you gotta focus on that. Like all these technologies, they sell this information and they're making millions off of people. And it's not even what people like. It's not even what I like. That's what AI is like. That's what AI likes. And you got to take all this for consideration. So this is why a child. I know there's a lot of kids out there too. They flipping through these AI things, but yet this is a breakthrough in technology. But not even the richest people and the people that been reliant, people been going to go see in their sites. Not even those people they're way off. And this is why you see a lot of these businesses that are not connected with people, and they're going to continue not to be. Because instead of really connecting with people, they've been using it to try to use people and get people so they could get, you know what I'm saying, they could benefit off of people. That's not an experience. That's not to advance. That's not to grow from. Yeah, all these big names, they here they'll throw their whole AI pitch, and they want to go here, they want to go everywhere with it, but it's the same thing. It's all repetitive. But I'm gonna take care of you. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna play around with these things. Oh, I'm gonna take you where it needs to be taken. I mean, you got this whole thing too with Epstein files. Like, you gotta be realistic with yourself. Look at how people are playing the media. Like, what do you mean release the files? To release it to who? Where are the files right now? Where are them? Are they with Epstein's ghost? Are they just sitting around? Where are the files? Because for all I know, the files are where they belong. They with the FBI, with the Department of Justice. They where they belong, right? So why you want the files? Are you FBI? Are you putting in work in that? Or you just want a story? You just want to say the same thing that the next person said. Because those files are ready, they're already out. They're where they belong. If you ain't FBI, if you want to see those files, then become FBI and make a difference. Now, if you feel like FBI and the Department of Justice is not doing right, then you could petition, you could go where you need to go. But if you out here talking about release, and if you are a person from the representative and you taking matters like this to be in the media like this, knowing that there's a certain way to get to these things, like why you want everybody, you don't hear nobody saying anything but where's the files? Release the files. Now this is what they want to distract you with, because everybody that is in the justice system, everybody that knows how files and things work, wouldn't be telling you this, wouldn't be in media. Otherwise, then we'll see how much of a joke you play with people. See, but when you talk to somebody that's talking about being in office, and you can't just come to me with anything. You ain't just gonna be walking around the office and then just throwing anything out there. Because that means if you throwing things out there, you ain't doing your job. And the people that want to see this and see that, they just want to see it's an entertainment for you, right? Otherwise, you get down to business where you need to go with it, right? So let's do that then. And let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you something too. When it comes to me being put in the house app and the system, the program, so it could work for us, so we could put 100 in all the office and the representative, so we won't have this circus thing going on and people giving us less than what we deserve when it comes to all this inhumane practices. You're gonna come around. You're gonna come around giving me 100. That's what I said. If I'm petitioning, I'm gonna be petitioning, and whatever terms and how whatever's left, I'll take care of that. What I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna run for it. I'm definitely not gonna put my time to run for it, and this is a why. Because I'm not going back and forth with no Republican. I'm not going back and forth with no Democratic, and I keep it neutral. I'm here for the people, and the people is representative, and it don't matter what you represent, liberal, Republican, Democratic, doesn't matter, right? As long as the job gets done. So if you think I'm gonna be wasting my time going back and forth and debating when people are gonna really see with things like in the house that it takes accountability for what you do out here, so you could be fit for what you need to do in the house. It already justifies before you even get in the office. It will justify that you produce and you do well for the people, and people see what you out here for. So ain't no promises. I could give you ideas and things like that, but you're gonna see that what I'm producing. You're gonna see my tools. You're gonna see my rim making that difference, man. The creation and the person comes together, and you see that it's me. It's not gonna be a dummy. It's not gonna be a clone. It's not gonna be a puppet. And there's a lot of those out here. Anything that will make it look like it could, they'll put the face on it. If they don't have the face, they'll connect the face. They'll put and make it look like a person is reliable for that. But a person's just probably taking something from somebody and making it sound like it is. You know that's not me. Because nothing that I touch, nothing that I do comes from anybody. God is good like that. I have no worries. And you'll see the ones that are just trying to copy and trying to do this and that. I have no place with you. And you know that. I speak mine well. And I'm not out here. I'm not gonna be debating with nobody. If the world it is how it is right now and how's it been for all these years, it falls on whether you're Democratic or Republican right now or liberal. It falls on all of that. So you in the house then, right? Then you should be before you want to talk about anybody else. You should have your logic. You should have your facts. You should have your patterns, right? You should have your tools. So ain't nobody gonna come to me talking about anything just because you feel like, you know what I mean, you gonna have something out there. People want stories, you know what I mean, they sell, right? I ain't here to sell a story. I'm here to live, and I'm here to give 100. And that's all you're gonna get from me.